Hello everyone, I'm THP Cooking, a warm-hearted chef. Don't always stir-fry pumpkin. Today, I'll share a delicious new recipe with you. It's not stir-fried, boiled, or deep-fried. Crispy on the outside and tender on the inside, sweet and soft. Both adults and kids love it. The method and ingredients are very simple. Today, I'm sharing my secret recipe so even beginners can become master chefs in an instant. Next, follow along with my video to see how it's made. Let's start by choosing a pumpkin. Make sure to choose a butternut squash. This type of squash has a vibrant color, dense flesh, and a rich aroma. Also, when buying it, lean in for a sniff. A ripe squash will have a strong aroma and feel heavy, ensuring a sweet and soft texture. After peeling the squash, cut it in half and clean out the pulp and seeds inside. Next, simply cut the squash into thin, coin-thick slices. Squash is sweet, juicy, and highly nutritious. It contains vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that can protect cells from free radical damage and maintain the skin's glow and elasticity. Place all the slices into a large bowl. Then, place it in a steamer, cover with a lid, and steam on high heat for 15 minutes. While that's steaming, let's chop some other ingredients. Peel a washed carrot and cut half of it into thin slices. Then, julienne the slices and finally dice them as finely as possible. Place them in a small bowl and set aside. Take a small piece of cleaned lean pork. First slice it thinly and then mince it. Don't mince it too finely. Leaving some texture is best. Then, place it in a bowl and set aside. After 15 minutes, the squash is done steaming. Take it out, place it in a large bowl, and use a spoon to mash it into a puree. Try to mash it until it's very fine. A smooth puree will make the cakes softer, chewier, and smoother, with a more delicious taste. Mash it until it looks like this in the video, then set it aside. Next, bring water to a boil in a pot. Once it's boiling, add the sweet peas to cook them. Cook for about 2 minutes, then add the carrots and cook for another 30 seconds. After cooking, remove them with a slotted spoon, drain, and set aside. Next, heat a little cooking oil in another pan. Once the oil is hot, add the minced meat and stir-fry slowly on low heat until it's separated and fragrant. Once the meat is cooked, add the peas and carrots. Continue to stir-fry until fragrant and the excess moisture has evaporated. Stir-fry for about 1 minute, then transfer the mixture to the squash puree. Wow, it already smells amazing. Next, let's add simple seasonings, a small spoonful of salt and a pinch of pepper. Then, use chopsticks to mix everything thoroughly, ensuring all ingredients are well combined with the puree. This will make the cakes especially fragrant. Mix until it looks like what's shown in the video. Next, add a few spoonfuls of potato starch or cornstarch. Be sure to add the starch a little at a time to better control the consistency. Use chopsticks to stir in one direction, combining the puree and starch until no dry lumps remain. The amount of starch depends on the amount of puree. If it feels too thin, add more starch. If it feels too stiff, you can add a little water or milk. Once it forms a shaggy dough, use your hands to knead it, incorporating all the starch into the puree. Kneading it a bit longer will make the resulting cakes chewier and give them a better texture. Knead the puree until it forms a relatively soft dough, as shown in the video. Next, grease your hands with some cooking oil to prevent the dough from sticking. Then, take a piece of dough, roll it into a ball about the size of a ping pong ball, and then flatten it into a small patty. Repeat this process for all the dough and arrange the patties on a plate. Next, prepare a frying pan and brush it with a layer of cooking oil. Then, place the prepared patties into the pan one by one, leaving some space between them to prevent sticking. Pan fry them slowly over low heat. Remember not to turn the heat too high or they will burn easily. Cover and pan fry for 2 minutes. Now, flip them over. These patties burn easily, so you need to flip them frequently to ensure they cook evenly. Pan fry for a total of about 4 minutes until both sides are golden brown. Dear friends, making these videos isn't easy, and I share 2 simple home-cooked dishes every day. If this video helped improve your cooking, please give me a like, comment, or share it to help me get trending. Thank you so much for your support and encouragement. Once they are crispy on the outside and tender on the inside like this, you can remove them from the pan and plate them up. And just like that, a simple and delicious squash patty is ready. These squash patties are crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside, and not sticky. The minced meat and various vegetables inside also make them very nutritious. Both adults and children will love them. The best part is that it's not complicated to make. Even a beginner can learn it in one watch. If you've learned how, give it a try this weekend. Alright, that's all for today's sharing. See you in the next video. And finally, I wish you all happiness every day. Keep smiling.